Welcome to Click Academic. This is lesson 9 on the series of logic and set theory. We'll be discussing on types of an argument, as we have seen in our previous lesson. Now, when we say types of argument, we have two types of argument. We have what you call valid argument form. Valid argument form. We have the second one, what you call an invalid argument form. So therefore, these are the two types of argument that we have. The first one, we say valid argument form. Valid argument form, this has no substitution instant which is valid. Meaning, based on the argument that we are going to have, whatever, no matter how it will be, all the substitutions are going to be valid. The statement. In other words, we can say it, if an argument form is in a substitution instant of a valid argument form, then it can have all its premises invalid. That's when we make a word wrong substitution. So now let's take an example under this valid argument. Let's say we are having argument 1, P if and only if, like the former one will do. Example this, we have what? Q is true. So we now say, okay, therefore 3 is what? Is P. Now when you look at this statement, what it means is that, let's say you have here is true, here is true, here is false. Or let's say here is true, here is true, and here it must be true. In the case of invalid argument, meaning all this argument, the assertion must be true. Here must be true, this argument number 1 must be true, this number 2 must be true, this also the conclusion, which therefore must be true. That's what the valid argument form is saying. Then when we're talking about the invalid argument, he said that this is the kind of argument that has at least one invalid argument. Meaning, we can take this as an example. Let's say this, we have if and only if this, we can say number 2 is P, therefore 3 is what? Q. Now, what if and only if invalid argument form is saying? It's like maybe, let's say here we have true, here we have true, here we have false. So you see, this is an what? Invalid argument, because this therefore is false. Or we can have true, false, true. Right? So these are the two types of argument that we have: valid argument and invalid argument form. So therefore, in next lesson, we will see how we can battle with this, because when you look at this, something is something that we maybe look on in the next lesson, and we call them rules of inference. In our next lesson, we'll be able to discuss and see what are the rules of inference or reference and what is the benefit of them. Thank you very much.